It's always a bit of a joy when you're in a public bathroom and you're like, I'm going to make a difference today. Life will never get better than this moment. Yeah, you're a bit of a shadow wolf, right? Yeah, isn't that the Seinfeld quote? Every degree of temperature up, it's 10% less erection. Isn't that the thing?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shad and Pete Save the World podcast. It is the podcast version of the live show that everyone already thought was a podcast. I'm Peter James, and joining me as always, a man that needs no introduction.
That's really clever what you did there, you little cunt.
Yeah, thought about it this afternoon, was very excited
Really?
to try it out. Felt like it played well in the room. It's Shad Wicker. Of course, it deserves an introduction. How are you, big boy?
I'm good, mate. I'm doing all right. I'm busy. We've been loading up on the pods at the moment.
Well, I'm very excited for this week's episode. Last week, we had a sex worker, which was very, very exciting.
And that was before the pod.
And then we came in and we were so relaxed and we were in a much better energy.
Oh, it's amazing what you can get on Temu these days.
Me too.
Me too.
But this week, bit of a different energy. This time, we've got a client. Please welcome Tom Witcombe into the Shad and Pete Save the World studio. Thank you very much for coming in, Tom.
Thank you for having me.
Mate,
Sydney-based in Brisbane.
Sydney-based comedian, one of the three in the Flog Cabin podcast.
Yes.
That means we've had two of the Flog Cabins on the podcast now. We had Andrew Hamilton earlier this
did.
year. Yet to manage to nail down Muggleton, or have we not bothered to ask him? That's up to you to decide.
He's been here.
He was
He's
here
been around, he's been
in the last
town.
month. He was here.
He was here. I actually opened for him. Didn't bother to ask.
Got the message thread up here. Hey, Shad, wondering if we should get Muggleton on the podcast. I really love his comedy. You reply,
Yep.
no thanks.
Yeah.
So to be determined for
Read
next
into that
year,
what you will.
potentially.
Yeah.
But you've just been up in Brisbane touring, doing some shows,
I
Tom.
have, just-
I'd say probably off the top of my head, maybe top 10 best
Dumbest
Tom.
cunts we've ever...
Top 10 best Tom in comedy. Top 10.
There's a lot of us. There are a lot of times, and a lot
What's
of them are
the
very
list?
successful.
Gleason.
Gleason,
Mhm.
Ballard,
Cashman. Yep.
Cashman,
Yep.
Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Oh, you're sneaking into top 5 now.
Well, I'm sure we must be forgetting some. Sure.
No, I'm.
And Jerry.
And Jerry.
I'm just
great
saying.
I think we can agree Tom was the straight man of Tom and Jerry. Tom was the Andy
Actually,
to Jerry's Hamish.
wouldn't that be great if you and Jerry Seinfeld started a podcast called Tom and Jerry?
just 40 minutes of me trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And him making me look like an idiot.
Novelty-sized hammers.
Yeah.
You leaving a bagel under a piano
Yeah,
that's dangling from the
can
ceiling.
you get anvils on Temu? Need some of those.
But I'm very excited to have you here. I got the privilege, dare I say the honour,
Oh.
of opening for your solo show last night in Brisbane. Very well attended. We discovered not by fans.
No, just
Of
by
you?
people willing to give something a red hot crack.
Yeah, well,
And
I think that's the wonderful thing about Brisbane. I was opening and I said, "Who's seen Tom before?" And just a silence you've never heard in your life came over this room, which is what an incredible thing. A full house of people just going, I reckon this might be something I like.
yeah,
It
This
is
and
a
bloke's got a suit on.
And there were
I'll go with that.
35 people who made that mistake last year, and they went, "Fuck, we'll never do that again." And 23 the year before that. So
Mate, steady growth, but no retention.
I have
which
no
is-
idea how.
Which is what you want.
Which I think is how you build a career.
Yeah, you think so? Just
Yeah.
slowly work your way out until
Yeah.
every cunt in Brisbane's come once.
Yeah.
Every time the big dogs come out and they play the Brisbane Convention Centre, it's a brand new 30,000.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Really?
that's what I've noticed.
Well, you know
I've
who
never
I
seen
appeal to is like freshly turned 18-year-olds and new migrants. I reckon that's my audience.
it. Which is both of us today.
Exactly.
Very excited to be banging the demographic. I really enjoyed something that you said right before we started recording, because you've got the little laptop
I
on
do.
your lap, Shad.
Yeah, it is on top of my lap.
Yeah, it's in the title. You've read into it well. Is calling you the Rogan and the Jamie of this podcast, which I think is very funny. You do a lot for this show, and I just want to take the moment now while we're
Here we
recording
go. Here
to
we
just sort of thank
Yeah.
my best mate, my colleague, Shad, for all of the wonderful work that he puts into this podcast, because all of these cameras, that one, I'm pointing through your head, imagine it. It's not possible without your hard work, man. So I just want to say thank you, my brother.
Thanks, man.
Now throw it back.
You do a job.
And I'm here, man, and that's an important part of it as well. If you didn't have someone to set up,
No, you do a great job on
point of it.
Canva, and it is a fantastic thing that you do.
Look at that
scrolling through.
screen. I did that.
Yeah,
What do you
well,
reckon?
Actually, someone else did the actual artwork. You just resized it for the.
And if
Actually, you didn't.
I didn't
you
do
did
it,
fuck
actually,
all.
you're right. I put that on a white backdrop, man.
No, you can't deny that's 16 by 9. For sure, that is 16
God,
by
this
9.
guy is smart.
Yeah,
he
he's
knew
got
it.
it.
Fuck, you're
He's got
incredible.
it.
Oh, I've been on Canva.
I do.
Don't you worry about it.
I actually weirdly do a lot for everyone's podcast in this room right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're my Jamie as well.
I have something quick I want to do before we get into the problems. For those that are new to the pod, we do a live show. People write their problems down, put it in a bucket on stage. We solve them with a 100% success rate guaranteed, never failed. I sent you something a while back, Pete, that I stumbled across, and I was waiting for us to have like a pretty white guest. There, I said it.
And we were only hoping for pretty white.
And now we've got gorgeous white.
We've managed.
One of the hottest ones.
We were just hoping for a 7, but we've got a 10,
Yeah.
which is such a thrill.
Unbelievably hot. If you haven't looked at the video form of this podcast, wowee, get the lotion out. There's tissues on the desk right next to you, Pete, if you do feel obliged.
And being unbelievably white, I do often have to get the lotion out. That is...
But I saw a tiers list of white people phrases,
Oh, yeah.
the complete tiered list. And I was having a giggle at some of these ones because it's like when they put out that thing about Australian colloquialisms and it was stuff that we've never used, like dollary-doos and
bonza.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bonza bodgingo, shit like that. But some of them were like things I've heard
Can
you
we
say.
just quickly,
Yes.
how about we just pick one that we consider our top tier and see where it falls on this?
I don't know
list?
if they'll fit, but let's do it.
Okay, popular white phrases.
White
used
phrases used by white people. It says white people phrases tier list complete.
Okay. Fuck off, we're full. Where does that, where does that fall?
It should fit in the top one.
Is it 2023? Because if so, I'm going to go ahead and say no. Is that...
Okay, can I submit? And
Yeah.
if this isn't on there, the list loses all validity.
Okay.
Good word to have used there publicly.
That is really good. That's very
I'm going to take substituting.
It is American though, so you probably need to.
No, I feel fine about this.
Okay.
Substituting hello with yellow
Mm.
on a phone call.
Really?
Yellow?
Yeah, but I feel like that's
What are you
not...
saying, really? Whose culture are you talking about, man?
I'm so sorry. Actually, you are so right. I'm so sorry about
Yeah,
that.
trying to tell Michael Jordan how to shoot a ball.
Yellow is not on there. It's a very American one. So there's ones like
Gee whiz?
Gee whiz is on there.
Yeah.
Like,
You're in a level of your own.
Yeah.
one that's on here is fiddlesticks.
Fiddlestick, that's good.
There was one that I spotted where actually yellow is on there. Picks up the phone and says yellow.
There you go. Done well.
Thank you so much.
Well done, dude.
Just thinking of what my dad would say.
That is fantastic.
There's obviously a lot of like swearing substitutes, right?
There would be a few. There is like a lot
God,
of like,
gosh darn.
yeah, a lot of that, a lot of
darn.
variants of that.
Yeah.
Gosh darn's in there. Spaghettio.
That's an all-timer.
That's top. That's top of the list.
Yeah.
Black people don't say, oh, spaghetti.
No, I don't think black people say, "Oh, spaghetti." Get a load of this guy. I feel like there's a few good ones in there. Any you would like to submit, Pete?
Welcome back to the Flog Cabin podcast.
Yeah, it's good.
I can't think of much wider than that.
That's top
Yeah,
tier.
I'm here with my co-host Shad. That might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. No.
I'm trying to think of because my dad, but it's hard to say because like Australian old boy chat is sort of in its own
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
realm.
What would be on that kind of old boys chat? Old boy at the pub, like phrases.
Oh, he's got some. He says,
Get out down. That's the very top of the list.
"How much for a look?" My dad likes to say things like, "Well, how do you Frank I feel?" Because there's a bloke called Frank Ifield. He likes to say,
Oh, is Frank Ifield in the public domain or just a mate of your
Just a
dad's?
mate of his. Yeah. Just a colloquial term.
I think he's in the public domain. I've never bothered to ask, but he said it for his whole life. How do you Frank Ifield? He he'll ask cashiers at Coles when he gets eggs, are these bum nuts or cackleberries? And they go, please, sir, I am 16 and I'm on minimum wage. I can't handle this today. And he goes, no worries, Toots, they're bum nuts.
Yeah, great. Just so you know, those bum nuts.
So those sort of things, those little, he's got like 15 things that he's been saying on repeat for about 3 decades.
Yeah, my dad's more like, I'm not saying I like Trump, but what are his policies? Yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
Can I just say, I flicked on the news yesterday just to see what was going on, and it's crazy out there, let me just say.
That's a hot take.
But God, it is like, there has never
Especially in 12 days when this comes out, it's going to be a hot
there
take.
has never
Glad
been...
someone had the balls to say it. It's pretty crazy out there. Finally, someone has got their finger on the pulse.
Thanks,
like
man.
Peter James, because we've all been feeling it, and no one's been out there brave enough to
Yeah.
say it's feeling a bit crazy out there.
Yeah, comedy's putting words to the thoughts you didn't know you had. That's
Well, it's absolutely cuckoo bananas. And
wait, was Cougar
That is
Bananas
on the
on there?
list.
Is it really? But there's never been a president, I hope I get the wording right on this, there's never been a president that has funnier cutaways in news segments from tone of news reporter to cutaway to him.
Mm.
So it'll be like, last night I saw, and it was like, you know, people are really, there's a lot of fear in and then it cuts away to him like dancing that little finger dance that he does
Yeah,
where
I
he's
love
at the thing or whatever. And it's just like, either side, it's fucking hilarious to witness. And there was a whole bunch of people, and it was like cutting away to people on the left going, oh my God, can you believe that this guy is representing America on the global scale? And it's like, what? The caricature of America?
Yeah.
Because that's what we all think you look like.
Yeah.
Obese and being crazy.
Yeah.
And doing crazy
Just
shit.
saying whatever you want, whenever
And
you want to
being
say it.
like a fucking a celebrity
Yeah,
on
yeah.
reality TV. It's like, yeah, the embodiment of your country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the most American.
The most American thing you've
Yeah.
ever seen ever.
100%.
So it's like, absolutely, it makes sense to us.
Anyway, what's been going on, Tom, before we get into the anything is going on in your life? Sometimes we let our guests do a problem. If they have anything going on that you require the
I'm looking at
expertise
you.
of
I think
us.
you're fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Rigs in shape.
I'm
Jaws chiseled.
I'm gunning. I've never had it before. I'm gunning for a 6-pack this summer. I'm trying to do it once.
You really?
I'm trying to do it once in my life, and then I'm done.
Have you heard this belief that's like everyone that's ever gotten a 6-pack is like not worth it?
Oh, really?
I've seen a lot of people where they go like, yeah, it's just the rigorous level of attention to detail that is required to get a 6-pack for aesthetics. I've never heard anyone be like that was worth it.
I don't feel any need to maintain it. I just like, because if I can't get it,
One photo.
Yeah.
one photo. If I can't get it by like my work Christmas party, it's all over.
Are you preempting your own divorce? Is what I'm trying to say. Are you like, I need this photo to use in like a year
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
this all comes crashing down?
Yeah, exactly. I need one photo in several locations, but that'll no. I hope that's not what it's about, because then I'd have to get the 6-pack back, wouldn't you? I know.
Are you working out while you're here?
What do you
Brisbane?
mean?
Yeah. What do you do?
Oh, right.
Have you started?
No, like no, I have started. I'm trying to not drink, and I'm trying to not snack. That's the biggest thing. And while I'm here, I've had like a beer a day, but otherwise I'm just trying to cut out unnecessary calories. That's the thing.
Yeah, a beer a day, or as our sound guy Jake Smith calls, breakfast.
So what's the agenda then, other than the snacks and stuff? Are you like Rocky style crunching and shit? Like, what's this?
I'm no, I've because I go to like a sort of like, what do they call it? Gym. Yep. So I was thinking James. Gym. No, what's hit gym, like high intensity interval training. I go to one of those places. I've been doing that for ages, but I eat. I like to eat, and now I'm like, it's 7 a.m. coffee, 9 a.m. protein shake, 11 a.m. yogurt, lunch, protein bar, dinner,
It was rigorous.
2 squares of dark chocolate.
Oh.
There you go.
Is that your little treat?
That's
Is that
my
your
little treat.
Normally do boy little treat.
Yeah.
But with just 2 pieces of dark chocolate.
Sometimes it becomes 3.
Oh my fucking god.
Full-blown crazy guy.
Yeah, I know. But I only need to do it I've done it for like 6 weeks, and like I'm not always that regimented, and I'm like, if I can just get to mid-December and wherever I get, that'll be close enough.
So you're trying to get this 6-pack by this December?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you're giving yourself a year to get.
Oh, okay. Well,
So the rig is in top nick.
Well, apparently not, if that's what you were thinking.
No, you look
Yeah.
like shit.
And how many are in the pack right now?
I reckon I got like like almost 2. The top 2 were kind of there, almost. I don't think you know how there's a thing about like like some people just have abs that show up and some people just don't. I don't know if I'm starting from a great place, but we'll see.
I'd be maybe cutting back to 1 square a day if we're trying to get the ring by a month and a half. Yeah, I want a chiseled 6-pack in about a month and a half.
Yeah, fucking hell. Why? What was the motivation?
I've always, like, since I was a kid, I was like, one day I'm going to have a 6-pack, and it's never happened. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've got, like, definitely, my family has, like, body issues. My mum was, like, counting calories her whole life, that sort of thing. Like, it's the thing. Like, I remember being, sitting by the pool on, like, a holiday with my dad and having, like, a gut and him being like, how's that 6-pack going? Because he knew it was a thing that I wanted.
Damn.
Yeah. As with all things in my life, at the end of the day, it comes to showing it to my dad. You know, that's probably what this is really about.
Give it to Dad.
Will you fuck me now, Dad? Wouldn't it be great if you just go like, look what you did at the pool. Look what you instilled in me. I remember. You didn't think I was hot. Do you think I'm hot, Dad?
Yeah, right. Well, I suggest you should probably do the rest of this podcast doing crunches. I think that's,
Yeah, make a real
that'd be
effort.
the way to actually get that going. But also, how superficial of a thing you got on, mate? You got body dysmorphia, so
Yeah, a little bit.
congrats on that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But
I think you look hot already, man. So we've got a whole bunch of problems from a previous live show. We said last week these were going to be from Brisbane. These are more from Sydney, I think.
there's a couple from Brizzy. There's and a few from Sydney. They're a mix of the 2 shows.
Wonderful.
So if you're at either of those shows, the massive one at the store and the huge one with Stephen K. Amos, these could be your problems. So let's consult the bucket.
Let's do it.
First problem. Let's get straight into it. My girlfriend can't go to sleep without watching Bluey.
How old?
Yeah, like it's 6:30.
Was this
6:30,
our all
babe.
ages
You gotta
show?
get to sleep. You got school tomorrow.
This is our all ages show, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Bluey's
Um,
not a cartoon that is normally associated with all ages, is it? Because you know there's like adult cartoons where it's like everyone seems to enjoy it. There's things in there for the adults. Does Bluey have shit? I've never
There is a
actually
CUCK
watched.
chair in Bluey that was doing the
So there's a cuck chair?
So it was like a rumour going through a Batuta article being like, look, there's a CUCK chair in there, a bit of a joke. And then our mate, I don't want to name them because they were like saying that there are hidden things in the background of Bluey for people to notice. Not necessarily rude over the top, but like an adult would notice some of the like things in the background.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that's what Easter eggs, you know what I mean?
Can
So
you
it's
pull up the
like-
cuck chair?
Well, that was photoshopped by Batuta.
Oh, okay.
And then people were like, are there other things? And she's like, there are
Oh,
other things.
sure.
There are sneaky little things in
Okay, I
there
thought
that
there was
people
actually
would
a
know.
cuck chair.
No, but that would be a great storyline.
But how
For
do you,
Bluey.
like, a bedroom can have a chair in it without someone having to watch you fuck your wife? Surely.
Why? What other reason would there be to share in the
I
bed?
don't know.
Put shoes on.
Yes?
You can do that outside the bedroom, can't you?
Or on the
No,
bed,
but that I
suppose.
mean you can.
Mm.
But if a chair exists in the room,
Well, the definition of the
it's
cuck
not
chair
crazy.
is-
I'm totally fine with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's because it's from the hotel thing.
Oh.
The whole CUCK chair thing, I'm pretty sure. And we had Carly on last week on similar topics, but she talks about how she's like the chair in the hotel room is considered the CUCK chair because when she does bookings, that's where they'll sit.
Yeah.
And that's like it's just a random chair facing the bed. It's like, why is it facing the bed? It's so that the person sitting in there can watch what's happening in the bed.
What's your God? What a fucking question to be asking. What's your ideal cuck chair? If you had to have one.
Yeah. What do you want? Like, am I in the chair or am I inviting someone to watch?
You're in the chair, mate.
I'm in the chair.
You're the cuck.
Fuck, I asked it. I think we all
Come
knew
on
the
now.
answer to that question.
So when I look over and see you, Tom, what am I seeing?
What are you saying, mate?
Because it is me.
Yeah.
Um,
I think one of those big massage chairs in the airport. You want one? Like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Do you guys have $2?
I've run out of time.
I'm really keen to watch, but I got a couple of knots I need to get out of this.
I'd like a BCF style camping chair that,
Oh, yeah.
that leans back and has like a flap, an insulated
great.
flap for a beer.
Yeah, like a parent at an under-13s cricket match.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
Cuck's name?
I
Yeah.
get to yell out across the bow, "This is living," which I imagine is also on the tier list of white phrases.
Yeah, the bit.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah, that'd be a great,
Yeah.
great Northern ad. I reckon.
Yeah, because it's hard to know what sort of vibe you want to. I've never been a cuck personally, so I can't. I'll let you speak for this shit. But I feel like
I'll cover this.
Does the cuck want to be comfy or is the cuck uncomfortable so he's alert? Like, you know how there's an old thing in American late night TV where it's like the aircon's cranked, the seats are uncomfy, so you're focused on the show. Do you want to be like?
Yeah, isn't that the Seinfeld quote? Every degree of temperature up, it's 10% less erection. Isn't that the thing?
Oh,
You know,
I see what you're saying.
that's the thing about laughs, isn't it? 1 degree of temperature is 10% less laughs, I've heard.
Oh, I see.
Interesting. I'd rather them cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You want a cold audience
crowd.
to have them hot.
I think the point, from what I've been told and experienced, or have I, is that the
you've
cuck
read in
thing's
articles,
like a
sure
bit
thing.
of a you being shamed.
Yeah.
So I think you're not supposed to be comfortable.
You don't
So I
deserve
think
the comfort.
it's a rickety, old fold-out chair.
Yeah. You're like sliding a coaster under one of the legs.
yeah, you keep wobbling. You can't get comfortable. It's really hard to masturbate when it's angle.
So degrading, being like, is there another like wobbling on the thing? Do you guys have another chair? Really?
That's a classic, like a boss thing. I remember hearing from one of the guys my boss above, was like the idea that the person's chair in the office, if you go to your boss's office, they're in a big nice chair, and the other chair that the guest will sit in is always a smaller shit chair.
Yeah.
What a
'Cause it's
power
just
move
a
to
power
bring in
move.
like your own big comfy chair.
Yeah, you ready for a meeting,
You
mate?
wanna
Just
call me
wheel
in,
it
cunt? Like, moving to Chesterfield. Fucking hell, just straining. I think my ideal cuck chair, now that I think about it, would be a hammock. Just tying it up.
But it's like you're out of shot for part of the swing. So you're just getting frame skips of what's happening.
Yeah, trying to build up enough momentum to stop the guy.
Yeah.
Like reaching out. No!
Get off her. Yeah, I dig that.
Go too far, you start doing the full loop, you're a rotisserie chicken.
It's so chic. Anyway, back to the problem.
And what was that?
Girlfriend can't go to sleep without watching Bluey. So it's like,
Oh,
show that
wow,
falls
what a
asleep too.
huge jump of logic
Oh, yeah.
going on there.
I don't think there's any problem. First of all, Bluey episodes are 7 minutes. Like, if she needs to fall asleep to anything, it's probably
Yeah.
the dream. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
she needs to watch The Godfather.
That's a good point. It's like it's a quick turnover. What's the issue?
And
for
a lot of
you?
variety. Like, if it's, there's people that fall asleep to a specific movie, it's like, great, we have to watch the first fucking 10 minutes of this movie again. It's
Yeah.
like, you've got so many Blueys to choose from. I feel like you got it sweet, man.
It does seem like it's fine.
Have you guys watched Bluey before?
I've not personally
I
watched
have,
Bluey.
yeah. When I
It's-
worked after school care, we had to chuck it on with the kids.
It's fantastic.
It's really
It's
good.
really good.
It's set in Brisbane.
Yeah,
you
which is great.
You learn a little bit about where you
A
live.
little
Yeah.
bit about Brisbane. Themes of the show is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. They do a whole episode on Origin. That's great. It's on
The
radio.
Origin one's good. Cricket one's good.
Cricket one's good.
Cricket one's very good.
Are you really
Pretty
into
good.
it?
I do like it. I have no excuses. I have a lot of friends who
You're
have
gonna-
kids and they talk
yeah.
about how good Bluey is. I'm like, hey, I'll watch a bit of this. And I really like it.
You're all across it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
7 minutes.
Is there a through line between any of it? Is there any like remember last week? when this
There's like recurring characters, and then
Yeah.
they did like a big special where there was a thing about like whether will they sell the house. It was like they did like a 30-minute one.
How do they do they represent in Bluey different ethnicities through dog breeds?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
What would he be? Yeah, what are you if you're a dog?
I'd be a mix. I'd be one of the ones from RSPCA.
Yeah.
It's a bit of everything that. We're not really sure what that is.
Yeah.
It's got Mastiff in there somewhere.
We know it's a cross. We just know it's a cross. And something happened to it because it barks at the bin.
Oh, is there a crazy dog in Bluey?
I don't think so. They're all. I think they might be. I was going to say purebreds. I don't know if they are all purebreds.
Yeah, you'd be all about those. wouldn't you?
The ones I relate to for sure.
All right, dog breeds for racers. Go.
No, you start.
Come on now, we've done mine. I'm a bit of everything.
Well,
You
that's
want me to
not
give
an
you the
answer.
race first?
Give me you give me a. What would I be as a dog?
You as a dog.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be like maybe like a little foxy or something. You know,
Or a
those little-
dashend.
Oh, you reckon a dashend?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
say that little sausage dog.
The question I'm asking is, do I or do I not fit in a handbag?
Yes,
That's
yeah,
all I
you
want to
fit in a
know.
handbag.
Really, all I
Your
want
cock scrapes against the ground. That's the kind of dog you want.
You got a cock scraper, not because it's big. You're little.
You're little, yeah.
I'm little, but my lipstick's always out. And I keep trying to fuck all the big dogs at the park. And my owner's like, oh, sorry, I think he thinks your dog's a girl. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're a person who's watching Bluey, it looks like you've actually got a good mate.
What dog's Tom?
What dog is Tom? Oh, sleep back hair a bit. What's a rich person dog? I feel like that's what you are. You're a rich person dog.
Yeah, the oodle crosses. That's
you
rich
got
person
something
dogs.
like that going on.
Yeah.
about you,
We
you
turn
know
you
what I
into
mean?
a dog. You're only a dog for one day because you ate 2 blocks of chocolate.
This is you. That's 100% a Tom.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Tom.
Oh,
Wickham
what
dog.
are
What
are
are
those?
those called? They're like,
I'm going to find out what that is.
they look like royalty.
Are they Afghans? Is that an Afghan?
It is an Afghan hound that we actually pointed out. And
There you
actually,
go.
the next picture of an Afghan hound, I think, fits you to a T.
That is you.
that is
That is
100%
The big
you.
emo fringe. That's
yeah, the
good.
big emo fringe, and that's you right now. Chuck some glasses on that. That's who's sitting in that chair right now.
Yeah.
And boy, is he a good boy. All right, we've done it again. Let's move on.
All right, next problem. Here we go. A couple of likes will solve this one. My husband pees outside the toilet. How do I fix him? Assuming you mean the pee is going outside the toilet.
We're talking about the toilet, the room in a house, the toilet, the cistern in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or did you want him standing in the toilet?
Yeah, feet in the water, being like, ugh. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to mansplain, but you are supposed to be outside of the toilet when you pee in it. You stand, your
really?
feet are in front, and then where the little bowl of water is, so
Yeah.
the toilet, your wee would go in there.
Wouldn't this be
Yeah.
a crazy time for you to find out that you've been pissing wrong the entire time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like so you want to have your back against the back wall. You want to feel the tiles
On the opposite back wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone knows you take the lid off the cistern, and then you stand on, you pee into that,
Yeah.
and then you flush
Because
the
the
wee
main
into
ones,
the...
that's for the girls.
You stand on the seat.
The city one's for the girls, and you stand up and you piss in the top one for the boys. That's what What are
Yeah.
you guys talking about?
You go in the black barrel.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dad always said the black barrel up the top. That's where you do it.
Yeah.
And when you shit, you stand up, and that's how it works.
Yeah, you shit in your hand and you put it in the bin. Like a grown-up.
Because it's going to clog the toilet otherwise, obviously.
You've seen my shits. There's no way it's going to fit down that.
If you can't flush a tampon down there, how are you going to flush a shit? They're like,
Yeah. If tampons go in there, my shit can't go in there because of the blood. No blood in the toilet, darling. I'm not shitting in there.
condom should be
I've
fine.
been hanging out with the big dogs at the park. Sorry about all this.
Oh,
Maybe revealed too
disgusting.
much about me.
How is it that this episode is more disgusting than having the sex worker on last week?
Everyone knows where shit goes. In a container and sent to Carly Electric. All right, so I imagine it's splash-based, getting wee on the seat. Let's assume that's what she means.
But she would have said toilet seat, surely.
Yeah, this is
so
like
she-
he's missing the entire.
It's in the whole bowl.
This guy's missing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I know a few people that have woken up, like, again, to talk about people peeing in their sleep, but have woken up and walked to rooms like cupboards.
Oh, I know someone that's done
And
that.
things.
as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, my mate Kimbo used to do that a lot.
I know someone
lot.
that was on a comedy tour, and the guy that he was touring with got really pissed the night before, woke up and opened the other guy's laptop and pissed into that.
I have heard that story, but I can't think of who it is. Yeah.
Like opened it like it's
like
a
a
toilet. seat,
toilet. Opened a laptop and pissed into it.
Oh, I mean, much better. Thank fuck he didn't have to shit.
Closes the lid afterwards.
Just sandwich presses the shit into your laptop. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
I had so many beers last night.
A George Foreman turd in your laptop.
It's got the grill lines.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, man. Yeah, so he's been missing the entire thing. This is a bit dumb question, but like, how do blind people just sit down the whole time?
I'd imagine so.
You're blind.
That would
or
make
you,
sense.
Or would you, like, I'd give it. If I became blind, I reckon I'd still have the confidence that
Well, you know, you
I'm
do
like,
it.
I'll still nail it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you wee in
You
the
don't forget
dark.
that stuff. You're born with it.
That's up here, mate.
Yeah.
Can't lose a jump shot.
You wee in the dark. Everyone's got the same where you like edge water. You go, bloop. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
go
yeah,
back to
yeah. You go by
Yeah, that's
noise,
good.
like a
That's
dolphin.
evolution.
That's canary in the coal mine.
Blokes,
That.
blokes. No one's taught any of us that.
Yeah, it's echolocation. It's like
Yeah,
it's
right.
like a bat. So we're presuming this is hitting the seat. Is that what we're saying? That's what we're going to say this
I'll
problem
say,
is?
I'll say
complete
hitting the
miss.
tiles, like fully.
Yeah,
the
I'm saying
tiles.
it's a complete miss.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he needs 2 hands on it.
Yeah.
How do you? Do you think he knows he's doing it? You got to know. If you're hitting the tiles, you know.
It is fucking proper head injury behaviour.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, you might need to get him red. That's got a concussion right there. That's great too.
Yeah. What team does he
That's
play?
that's in the test after in footy.
Yeah. I'm pissing the toilet, Mr. Lockyer. I can't.
Keep hitting the tiles. Sorry, mate, you're off. I think, look, he's your husband. He's been doing it for ages. We've got to assume that he's not going to be able to rewrite the ship. Let's get a wider toilet. Get a urinal. Put that in.
I think what we can all agree is that a man loves a challenge, and I personally love pissing shit skid marks off a toilet.
That's great.
So if she can just leave some massive skiddies.
Yes.
You know what?
This is great.
I have Shad and Pete Save the World sticker heads of me, Pete, and Jake, all separate. If you are listening and this was your problem, send us a message. I'll send you a head of your choice. Which would be nice to find out whose head is the most pissable face.
Yeah.
I will say Jake's sticker, his tongue's out.
Yeah.
If that changes
So
anything.
if that gives you any indicator of what would be the best one to do, sticker at the end of the toilet, give him the target. I think that's a great solution.
Yeah, I love the
bloody done
skiddy.
it.
I love that. Tom's done it again.
Thank you. I'll do my best. Yeah, no, I think the skiddy's a real thing. It's always a bit of a joy when you're in a public bathroom and you're like, I'm going to make a difference today.
You ever had a fly hanging around and you go, "Cunt, I'm coming for you"?
No wonder he's missing the toilet. You're just running around.
I think on occasion you have a fly that's sort of hanging around and you go, "I'm fucking aiming. I'm going to go for this fly."
It's like one of those arcade games at Luna Park. Just, I think I get a teddy bear for this.
Maybe you need a slowly rotating clown face.
Yeah, with a balloon.
That's an awesome toilet design
We're a
for a
simple
pub.
creature. We are a simple creature. All right, next problem.
All right.
Sometimes I feel like you put problems in that are pointed for our guest. I'm not saying this.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Private school wankers carrying on like they're better than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Now,
Did
why
you
would
go to
that-
private school?
Is it not clear?
Well, I thought it was clear.
Yeah.
I thought it was clear. Yeah. Do you think you're better than us?
I had no idea.
Never would have picked it. Yeah, I'm salt of the earth. You know, I always really get along with the
Private
tradies
school,
who work on our
salt
house.
of the earth.
Salt of the earth.
You fucking touchy cunt.
I have apologized to Earth several times. She and I are on good terms now.
Are you what private school?
I went to Knox.
Okay, and
Which-
that's a big one.
Yeah, it's like one of the top ones for allegations in
Oh,
Sydney, I would
okay.
say.
There
Yeah,
you
real
go.
up there. Both
makes sense.
teachers and students.
Congrats.
We've been in the news a lot. It's yeah.
Do you still do is there you guys all get together and
My-
mates?
Blood rituals and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously
sacrificing a virgin to the volcano.
Yeah, I mean, we all take, No, I'm not going to go down there. Never mind. Sorry, it's just how many
There are
cameras
the
there are.
NDAs.
Yeah.
There are the NDAs you did sign at the last meeting.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Sayo Biscuits.
Look, we always have alibis on Mardi Gras. That's all I'm saying.
Everyone, send a text with what you're up to today. I'm going to the pub and coming immediately home, fellas. I'll see you guys later. God, I'm enjoying watching this podcast. I'm enjoying watching this movie here at 8:37 p.m. Are you guys having a good 8:37 p.m.? Yeah, just at home, boys.
I'm loving it, watching it right next to you on the couch.
Yeah. What was the question? Yeah, my probably core group of mates is mates from school. I'd say so.
Yeah, right. And what are they all doing?
Property. A lot of property. A little bit of the guys in PR. There's another guy who he's an engineer, kind of stuff.
How do your mates, because oftentimes it's like comics seeking approval from their parents or whatever.
I wouldn't know anything about.
What are your
Six pack over here.
what do your mates think? Are you thought of as a bit of a dark horse or a?
I think
Are they not like, man, why don't you
Dark
just?
horse?
No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
yeah,
Black sheep?
Black sheep.
black sheep. Was that the word?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bit of a shadow wolf, right? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, are they like, Tom, what are you doing mucking around with the bloody knocks
Oh,
and the chicken
okay.
crossing the road?
But I feel like, Tom, you've got the look of you do have a portfolio. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've got stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I said this to someone recently, like, I feel like I've got my friends at school who are all married and all have kids and, like, proper settled down and, like, excelling in their careers. And then I have my friends in comedy who are slowly but surely becoming famous. And I feel like I'm just kind of being left behind in both directions at the same time. And I'm just kind of stood in the middle, not making a decision. So, like, I think my mates from school are sort of like, that's cool that you have this whole other thing. And I got some mates who are, like, big comedy nerds who love it.
Yeah.
But it's also that thing of, like, you know, your friends kind of stop. When the novelty wears off, they're like, fuck, he's doing another show. Who cares? Just tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm at that phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me the big ones I have to come to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you
When
why
are
I
you
can't
filming
be
something?
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me work out an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's nice that they're not supportive of your dream. But private school wankers carrying on like they're better than the rest of us. Do you think that that's a fair assumption?
Oh, look, I think maybe if the rest of you just kind of lifted your game a little bit, we'd be more willing to.
Yeah, I don't
know.
think I'm better than you. I think you're worse than me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the issue.
I think very little of myself, just a lot less of you.
Is there a general, like, is that like a reality though, that there is conversations of how shit the rest of us
No, you know what? I think I think there is different types of private school kids, and I think it's like a vocal minority are the ones that everyone hates, who are the ones that are quite proud of being private school kids, and I think a lot of us are just kind of quietly ashamed about it.
So are you telling us that you are one of the good ones?
Yes, it's one that's on the
It
tier,
is on the
isn't it?
actual tier
Yeah,
list.
that is.
Thank you so much.
I like to think so. Yeah. But I don't know, like you see guys from school, like the guys who had I didn't really like school. And there are some guys who fucking loved school. And,
That's the reddest flag. Eh?
Oh, massive, yeah.
When someone's prime was grade 10,
Yeah.
Dude.
they're like, do you remember the times we had back then when we were fucking 14?
Oh, man.
Wasn't that the best time of our lives?
I live real close to, my local oval is where the local high school plays footy, like the private school. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I'll go down, I'll take the dog for a walk, and I'll watch the first grade play there. And you see guys sitting on the sidelines, 45 years old, still talking about when they were in the first 15. I'm like, this is fucking pathetic. How do you still have school merch? You have children. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And I remember watching a game once, and it was like the Eastern Suburbs rivalry in Sydney, the two private schools that hate each other or whatever. And the homeschool, like huge crowd there to watch. Homeschool down by 1 point, like siren goes, so it's like last play, and this kid hits a field goal to win it. And the whole school storm the ground, lift him up on their shoulders. I'm like, this cunt has no idea he is peaking right now. Life will never get better than this moment right now.
Yeah.
For that.
And you know how at the end of a movie there's a freeze frame on that person, and then it tells you the things that they like do at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That would be like boom, freeze frame, and then it'd be like, you know, Tyson got off the rape charge. Tyson went on to be charged 7 times, acquitted.
Yeah, but that does sound like one of the most amazing games of touch footy ever. But we can speak from the public school perspective. So there is like a tackling alternative that you guys should really check out.
Yeah, it's a bit barbaric, isn't it? It's a little bit. I mean, it's like you guys obviously you work with your hands and stuff, but I don't know. We got things to type
and brains to protect.
We got emails to send.
You really do? Private school and public school footy ever cross over?
Oh,
we played
Do they
at
ever
private
play?
school when I was in like high school, and like we were just like a little shit country town team. I remember like when we were in public school, you'd get to a point in a comp that you'd then start playing the bigger schools.
Yeah.
And like the one game I ever played was we rocked up and like the other team all had beards. And I think we got beat like 60-0 or something. Like it was duty of care. I think they needed to call the game at some point.
Yeah, that's what's great about golf. There's a handicap system.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like everyone can get along. Where it's like if you turn up with blokes with beards, or it's like, guys, I don't have pubes. Can you give us like 20 points?
Yeah.
And you work back from there. And then we see where we go.
That would be a great way of doing it.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the losers still lose, but like,
Yeah.
keep it competitive.
What happens is you take the two teams and you subtract the number of Polynesians from one team from the other, and that's how many points you start with.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
I love watching those. When I coached, I coached little under sixes and shit when I was in Cairns. And it was so funny, like you'd have the big Islander kid in your team, it's like under sixes, and this little kid, but it's like,
And he's got a mortgage.
yeah, and his
he was
kids
born-
come and watch.
He was born in 98.
But it was funny because like all the kids are big softies, like especially when they're quite young. But he's bigger than all the other kids and could just steamroll them if he wanted to. But he'd always be like real shy about it. And my idea was like, mate, if you just held onto this ball and just run straight, just don't stop moving. It don't matter if they're grabbing you, like, you'll score a try. He's like, oh, okay. And it was the slowest try you've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
But it was like,
And he's crying. the whole
like,
time.
he's just walking.
He's bawling his He's just screaming and crying.
But there's just kids, like little white kids running up to like, they're just giving it a go. Ah! Boof. Like just walking through these kids.
Just Lenny from Mice and Men. Just fucking...
It was the funniest shit to watch. I'm like, no, I get it why we don't want to move these kids out of these leagues.
There's a rat in his headgear holding his head.
That'd be sick. A sick sequel to Ratatouille.
Ratatouille Vasa.
Ratatouille Vasa.
Ratatouille Tui Moi Moi.
That's fucking
Ratatouille
awesome.
Vasa and Ratatouille Tui Moi Moi. Oh my god, I'm gonna
Just
shit.
in the headgear. Sitting in the headgear.
I got a 6'9", 14-year-old. Everyone get the fuck out of the way.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
So how do we
Who gives a
stop?
fuck, man?
How do we stop private schools? How do we stop private schools?
I think actually forcing private schools to play more contact sports against public schools might put us in a fucking place, to be honest.
Fuck yeah, one fucking concussion at a time.
Yeah.
That's how we'll slow them down. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, should we do one more and get the hell out of
Oh
here?
fuck me.
Get the bloody shit and hell out of here.
41 so good.
Here we go. Okay, maybe this one. How do I expedite the death of my parents in order to...
Another
targeted one. Another targeted one for Tom here. How do I expedite the death of my parents in order to access the bank of mum and dad? They're tight-ass Scots.
Tight-ass Scots.
Holy fuck.
Scots also a private school in Sydney.
So they might actually not be talking about race. It's the same person that's put it.
Yeah.
Expedite the death of your parents.
To inherit a home.
I went to a public school. Explain expedite to me.
Yeah.
Tom.
Speed up.
That?
Oh,
okay.
Like expedited shipping. Faster. Like,
okay.
Get it?
Again, what?
Make move
Express.
quick. Make move quick happen soon.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Cutout pass.
Cut out.
Yeah.
Cool. I get it.
Okay.
Just footy metaphors
Footy
from now
metaphors
on.
for me, thank you. Okay, to inherit the home.
And,
classic.
and inheritance is like, do I need to explain this to you guys as well?
How's that work?
It's like sometimes if your parents have money,
Okay.
they can't spend
What's
all
that?
of it. Sorry, footy metaphor. Points.
Okay.
They have lots of points.
Life points.
Life points.
That's money. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
5 points.
Sure.
Money.
And if they die before they spend it all, and you get some of that money and or properties.
Can I scream Queenslander yet? When do I get to scream?
Can I ask a genuine question?
Mm-hmm.
What is a trust fund?
I don't like
Does that
fully know.
Yeah.
It's just a fund you've got a lot of faith in.
I believe in it. I really believe in you,
back
mate.
you little fund.
Because it's like everyone talks about trust fund, baby. I'm like, what is that? Does that mean it's just...
I think
It's just a bank account that mum's put together when I was a kid or something?
I think it's like a collection of money or assets or whatever that like you can't really touch, and therefore there are tax benefits. I
So
think
you
that's kind of what it
it'll
is.
be there.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah. Or
Okay.
the government is trusting this is a good idea.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you have a trust fund?
I don't really know how it works. I'm a part of it.
Right.
Mm.
And if they were to have an unfortunate
Yeah, demise.
would you have that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, don't get an erection during the podcast.
When Flog Cabin has a studio, you'll know
That's what I'll
it's been
know.
a tragic
I'll
month.
go, sorry for your loss. That's the first text I'll send you.
Yeah, when Flog Cabin ends with in memoriam, Nick and Vicky Witcombe. They died the way they lived, alone with their son with no witnesses.
So I guess this is a fun part where we come up with a way of killing someone without it getting linked back to you, which has happened a lot of times on this podcast.
Is that a lot? Because I saw the
weirdly.
Milinkovic episode. You talked about the perfect murder.
That is the perfect one. And if you haven't already, looking back at the ice pick, called a puddler. That we
Puddler?
Oh, that just reminds me. You know, I don't know if this is a targeted ad that I got today, whether it's like something you say out loud and then you get an ad. But I saw a thing. I think it might have been like a Temu product, and it's a gun that collects your tears.
Wow.
It collects your. Listen to this.
Hey, we've been hearing you cry a lot.
Yeah. It collects your tears, freezes them, and you can fire them back at the people that made you cry.
At the people that made you cry, or the best full circle suicide you've ever.
Oh yeah, yeah, making the person watch you collect your own tears, and then you point the gun at your own head.
I'd be pretty happy with yourself. Yeah.
What was that movie? The 15 Reasons Why or whatever?
13 Reasons.
Just cry. Soon I'll have the bullet.
You start stroking the gun, but then the friction makes it melt.
That's why. That's what the shooter used with Trump. That was the issue.
Oh, yeah.
It was a tear bullet.
Yeah.
The soft fucking woke cunt.
Yeah,
man.
libtard tears don't hit the same.
That is. I want to look up that fucking item.
Pretty
tear
awesome.
Gun?
Tear gun.
Tear gun.
Tear gun.
You're definitely going to get tear gas.
Yi Fei Shen designs a gun
That was it. That's what I got for
for
firing.
firing her tears. Unbelievable.
What is it, like an art installation or something? That's what it sounds
maybe.
like.
Maybe.
Yeah, that
Holy
was
shit!
it.
It looks like something that would be in a movie.
Yeah, strapped to your face. It's got a
Oh my
little
God.
collection point. Goes
In a
into the-
world where this
Yeah.
is like a really cool right wing futuristic movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like where the woke bomb is finally taken a world where Kamala Harris won and all the transgender fucking kids have taken over.
Yeah.
And the only way to fight them is with their tears.
Look out, them are behind you.
Yeah, they're everywhere. It's just one guy.
I identify as death. Bang, bang, bang. Coming this summer.
Don't sleep. Stay woke.
Yeah, it's like a bonfire. They walk in the room. The chair turns around. It's Greta Thunberg. That's how you do it, by the way. That'll solve your problem.
Shoot your
You
parents
want to
with
shoot your
tears?
parents with a tear gun.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
We've done it again.
We've done it again.
Go to therapy, talk about your parents, collect the tears, take vengeance. Yeah, now this is how the six-pack's going, Dad.
Bang, bang, bang. You shoot six in his gut.
6 rounds.
Six rounds right in the gut. All before Christmas. Bang, bang.
There's a police officer like, all we found was this protein bar and 2 squares of Lindt chocolate.
Yeah.
What do you think it means?
Tom Wickham is.
Jack the Ripped. You're a serial killer. This guy's hot as fuck. You can just tell. You can just tell whoever did this is hot as fuck.
Put out an APO for Patrick Bateman.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
So much fun. Well, I think that brings us to the end of another week. God, I enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Tom. Thanks for coming
Is it
on.
3 questions, 4 questions? Is that standard? How many you get through?
Yeah.
It's pretty on fire.
It's about 3 more than we normally get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we promise way more than we can actually deliver.
But that was heaps of fun. Tom, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Tom Witcombe Comedy, and you can listen to my podcast, Flog Cabin, that with Andrew Hamilton and Daniel Muggleton. Check that out. We're proud of that.
And now that you're a fan of Tom, if you have a time machine, highly recommend going back and seeing his solo show so someone is there that knows him to see it.
Yeah. No.
Also, I know this from the pod. How is it? There is a thing going on between your follow count versus the podcast follow count.
Yes, that is true. I was rapidly being gained on by the Flog Cabin account as far as followers on Instagram.
And Flog Cabin account is at 4,883. You are sitting at.
Now, fortunately, I made a very tasteless joke about Auschwitz recently that the internet has loved. So
right, because that was really you were really shouldn't be.
yeah. It's about time someone took down Auschwitz, I reckon.
What account are you currently looking at, Tom's?
On our one.
Oh, okay. Because
Why?
I thought it had follow back.
Did it have follow back?
Shut up.
But thanks for coming on, little fella. Good to make a dream come true for a little guy when he's visiting town.
Our account doesn't follow Tom or Flog Cabin.
Yeah,
Oh,
take
man.
that, you rat.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to follow you.
I appreciate that.
Right
There we
the
go.
bloody fuck now. And we're going to report Flog Cabin for hate speech. So thank you so much for coming on. Please be sure to go and see Tom Witcombe around the country. He's absolutely fantastic. Doing festivals next year.
We'll be
So,
Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, and others. Maybe
brilliant.
Brisbane.
So if you're in any
Hell
of those
yeah.
places, be sure to get along. We'll be back next week for another cracking episode. Just a reminder, will this be coming out before our next live show?
Yeah.
Well, get the fuck along, you rat. December 14th, Good Chat Comedy Club. Big special guest coming through. Can't wait for it. We'll see you next week. Another great episode. Kisses and hugs. Love you. Proud of you. Miss you. Bye now.
Oh, yeah.